Lived all alone in a vast, burning desert. Her life was filled with endless pain and struggle. Day after day, the hot winds blew across the dry land, and the little bird grew weaker. She was always sick, her tiny body too fragile to fight against the harsh climate. Her once bright feathers had all fallen off, leaving her bare and vulnerable under the scorching sun. She could not fly, not even a short distance, and every attempt left her trembling with exhaustion. With no wings to carry her to a safer place, the little bird wandered helplessly across the desert. She had no permanent home, no nest, no tree, no shade where she could rest. Everywhere she looked, there was nothing but endless sand. There was no food to eat, no drop of water to drink. Hunger and thirst pressed down on her, and loneliness wrapped around her like a heavy blanket. Every night, as darkness covered the desert, fear and sadness became her only companions. She wondered why her life was full of so much suffering. Each morning she opened her eyes hoping for change, but each day seemed harder than the last. Still, despite all her pain, the little bird carried a small spark of hope deep inside her heart, waiting for someone, or something, to bring light into her dark world. One scorching afternoon, as the little bird lay weakly on the burning sand, a white pigeon happened to fly across the desert sky. The bird, gathering the last of her strength, called out softly, "Brother, please stop." Hearing her faint voice, the pigeon descended and stood beside her. He looked at her with concern and asked, "What happened, sister? Why do you look so sad?" With teary eyes, the little bird whispered, "Where are you going?" The pigeon replied gently, "I am on my way to heaven." At that moment, the little bird's heart trembled with a spark of hope. Her eyes shone faintly as she folded her fragile wings together in a pleading gesture. "Brother," she said, "please ask God about me when you reach heaven. When will my pain end? When will my bad days turn into good days?" The pigeon felt her sorrow deeply and promised, "I will surely ask." He spread his wings and flew high, crossing the skies until he reached the gates of heaven. There, he met a radiant angel standing at the entrance. With compassion, the pigeon shared the little bird's suffering and asked about her destiny. The angel sighed and said, "God has written 10 more years of sorrow in her life. She will have no joy until then." The pigeon's heart sank. "If I tell her this," he thought, "she will lose all hope. Isn't there another way to help her?" The angel paused, then replied, "Tell her this. In every situation, whether good or bad, let her say, 'Thank you, God, for everything.' This is her real test." The Piden days later, the white pigeon flew across the same desert once more. He expected to see the little bird lying weak and hopeless as before. But to his amazement, the place had transformed. The once lifeless sand was now filled with green plants, tiny flowers, and a sparkling pond. And there, in the midst of this paradise, was the little bird, healthy, joyful, and flying gracefully in the sky. Her laughter echoed like music, a sound of freedom and gratitude. The pigeon was stunned. How was this possible, he wondered. The angel had clearly said her suffering would last 10 more years. Yet in just 10 days, her world had changed completely. Filled with questions, he rushed back to heaven. Standing before the angel once again, he asked, "You told me God had written 10 years of sorrow for her. But when I returned, I saw her healed, happy and free. How did her fate change so quickly?" The angel smiled knowingly and replied, "Yes, her destiny was written with 10 years of suffering, but she changed it. When a soul sincerely says, 'Thank you, God, for everything,' in every situation, good or bad, they burn away the weight of their past karma. Her gratitude became her key. It ended her test early, transforming her 10 years of sorrow into just 10 days. The pigeon was deeply moved. He realized the power of gratitude was far greater than complaint. Complaining makes life heavier, but gratitude makes the heart lighter. From that day, he carried the lesson within him. No matter the situation, true thankfulness can change destiny itself. John nodded, carrying with him not just a message, but a seed of transformation. Most of us, when faced with even the smallest challenges in life, fall into the habit of complaining. At the first sign of difficulty, we ask, "Why me? Why must I suffer this?" Our hearts grow heavy with doubt and negativity. Yet we often forget a timeless truth. Gratitude holds the power to change everything. The little bird story reminds us that when we sincerely say, "Thank you, God, for everything," in both joy and sorrow, we begin to transform our destiny. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring pain. It means choosing to see light even in the darkest of nights. It is the quiet strength that lifts us when nothing else can. Complaining makes life feel heavier. It locks us in despair. Gratitude, on the other hand, lightens the heart. It gives us peace, hope, and resilience. By appreciating even the hardest moments, we open doors to unexpected blessings. Just as the bird turned 10 years of suffering into 10 days of transformation, each of us has the power to rewrite our own story through sincere thankfulness. So let us make a promise. In every situation, whether filled with pain or filled with joy, we will choose gratitude. We will whisper from the depths of our hearts, "Thank you, God, for everything." Sometimes, this one small change is enough to transform an entire life. From today, carry this truth with you. Gratitude is not just a word, it is a force. It is the bridge between sorrow and joy, weakness and strength, despair and hope. And when practiced with sincerity, it can even change destiny itself. From this story, we are reminded of a simple but powerful promise we can make to ourselves. Life will not always be easy. There will be moments of joy, but also days of pain, loss, and uncertainty. Yet in every situation, one attitude has the power to transform everything: gratitude. When we choose to say, "Thank you, God, for everything," even in the midst of struggle, our hearts become lighter. Gratitude does not erase problems, but it changes how we face them. It gives us strength, patience, and hope. Complaining only deepens our suffering, while thankfulness opens the door to healing and unexpected blessings. So today, let us make a commitment. Whatever the situation, whatever challenges we face, we will keep gratitude alive in our hearts. Let us whisper with sincerity, "Thank you, God, for everything," whether the day is bright or dark. Sometimes this one small practice is enough to change not only our mood, but our destiny. Gratitude turns pain into peace, weakness into strength, and sorrow into joy. Together, let us carry this promise forward and live each day with a thankful heart. Let us all take a moment together to reflect on this simple truth. Gratitude has the power to heal, to uplift, and to transform our lives in ways we cannot always see at first. Just like the little bird, each of us carries burdens, struggles, and silent battles that no one else may fully understand. But within us also lies the ability to choose how we respond. Instead of asking, "Why me?" let us choose to say, "Thank you, God, for everything." This small shift opens our hearts to peace and resilience. It allows us to see blessings even in challenges, and hope even in despair. Life becomes lighter, brighter, and more meaningful when gratitude guides our steps. So from today, let us promise together, no matter what comes our way, joy or sorrow, comfort or hardship, we will keep gratitude alive in our hearts. Let us say it now, with sincerity and unity. Thank you, God, for everything. May this be the light that carries us forward, the strength that helps us endure, and the key that unlocks life is a journey filled with both sunshine and storms. None of us can escape difficulties, but all of us can decide how to face them. The story of the little bird teaches us that gratitude is not just polite words. It is a powerful force that can change the direction of our lives. When we complain, we only add weight to our struggles. Our problems feel bigger, our hearts heavier. But when we choose gratitude, something shifts inside us. Gratitude gives us strength, clarity, and hope. It helps us see that even in pain, there are hidden blessings waiting to be revealed. The little bird could have surrendered to despair, yet she chose to whisper, "Thank you, God, for everything." That choice transformed her sorrow into joy, her weakness into flight, and her desert into a garden of life. So let us carry this wisdom with us. Whatever happens, success or failure, joy or loss, keep gratitude alive in your heart. With every sincere thank you, we lighten our burdens and invite miracles into our lives. Gratitude is not just a response to blessings, it is the seed that creates them. CKS, a more beautiful destiny.